How you guys doing? So, welcome to part 2 of this Ayesha query.
Titled "These Hoes Ain't Loyal."
Right, so so welcome to part 2. So first of all, I had to say, I'm trying to say it the right way. It's different level of hoes. There's no right way to say it. I'm sorry. There's different levels.
My brother turn to snake just for that quickly. Gay love they gay hate cause they mind will sick. I was 30 in the clock cause the pot got thick. Damn, change ain't change, only change switch clips. Gotta ride with that drum, keep that clip by my hip. See the pain in my verse every time you hear me spit. They told me keep my circle tight.
I'm sure there's different levels of hoeing, right? They're like, so, and I understand Ayesha, right? When she, this might be wrong, I'm sorry, Lord forgive me. So when she was in high school, he was the man at church. So those are the church hoes.
Oh yeah, we all know about the church.
Yeah, we know about the church hoes, right? Right?
Good girls going bad.
Exactly. PKs are the worst ones. Right? So we got the church hoes we have to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
And then, now he's the man in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So then you have to worry about the high school hoes.
Cheerleaders,
Like the regular, debate club. You have to debate about how you go stuff.
different students apparently.
Yeah, exactly. So you got different levels of hoes, right? And then you got the college. When you get to college, right? You got the college hoes, the same cheerleaders, just a little bit more mature.
Yeah.
Right. The ones that the daddy don't want them.
The ones that ain't never been nowhere, so now that they got their first taste of freedom, they about to act the fool.
Yeah, exactly. So you take them to just old regular restaurants and stuff, and they just act like it's fancy. Like take them to hibachi and all that. They like, oh my god, I never had nobody cook food. Like them basic.
No, I'd take it even further. Like, could go to Applebee's and you say, girl, don't even look at that 2 for $25 menu. You could get whatever you like.
Right? Them the ones like, bitch, if he's taking you somewhere, it's a commercial, bitch, that shit ain't fancy. But
That's true though.
So different levels of hoes, right? So these are the hoes that Ayesha had to deal with.
Yeah.
With being with Steph, right?
Mm-hmm.
Until you get with Hollywood, right? And you get with the celebrity and the athlete. Them athlete hoes is a lot different than just all regular hoes, right? Them different. They've been in the game. They know the tricks. They know the trades. They know where to pull up at. They know how to sneak out the back door. Hell, some of them probably be wearing clothes that look like a curtain. Bitch, he probably was in there. They probably was in the room the same time you was in there, just sitting there, just hiding.
Have you ever seen that show?
You didn't even know.
Have you ever seen that show, The Game, during its original run, not the extra stuff that they started on? So, med school, Melanie, she had went on a date with Ocho Cinco on there, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you are on the good girl list." So like, even at a certain point, like with like these celebrities, athletes, and stuff, like there's obviously like a designation. So like that's why like you see a lot of the same women just being like passed around because it's like it's almost like an internal list. Like, all right, so she cool. Like, oh no, she keeps secrets. I don't need an NDA for her. Like it's a whole thing. Like I feel there is a good girl, bad girl list.
Yeah, and they even remember watching some of the podcasts, Gilbert Arenas and different. They was like they call them runners or whatever they call them. Where you know what, you do have your group of hoes, and they know where all the ball players after the game, where they meeting up at, what club they going to, where they going out to eat, and you got certain ones and stuff you already know. Like you don't ask no questions or nothing. It's just like which one of you hoes or how many of you hoes come with me tonight,
right?
And that's it. And then like you said, they can even be assistants, whatever it is, you would never know. Some of these hoes probably be dressed like boxes. Bitch dressed like an Amazon package. You don't even know. Right? You just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? But these bitches is different. These hoes is different. Right? And that's what Ayesha was talking about. Like, these different hoes nowadays, this is a whole different level of hoeing.
Yeah.
Right? That I'm not even used to. And when she came out and said that, a lot of people took it as offense. Where she like, I'm not even used to this. Like, and people like, oh, like she ungrateful. Like to me, that's not ungrateful. That's just saying like, I thought I was ready, and that's just saying like her. She thought she was like, think about it. She been acting and doing all this stuff since she was 3. So she thought she was famous. until somebody more famous came along. And it was like, this is a whole different level. Like the moment you got your titty out and you feeding your baby and somebody just opened the door mid-feed and just say, I want to see the baby, that's different.
Yeah.
I don't care where you at. That's different. Imagine if you was a regular person and you was wherever you was shopping at and you was feeding your baby and somebody just opened the car door and say, I just want to see the baby. Like, what would you do at that point?
Right.
So why y'all criticizing her? Just what would you do at that point?
Yeah. So, but we were talking about this off camera. The criticizing and where it's coming from.
Yeah, because you don't really see too many women chiming in. Because I believe a lot of women, they feel sympathy for Ayesha.
Yeah.
They are in her shoes. They've been in her shoes, right? And I feel like the wrong thing is these men. These men are coming out judging her.
Yeah.
Right? Especially from the man that has been divorced, that has cheated on their wives, that's used to being with hoes.
That are known misogynists, yeah.
Right? I feel like you're the worst people to try to chime in on a situation like this. Especially once it has to do with a woman's feelings. Because you can't tell her how she should feel, how she should act, how she should respond, and how grateful she should be.
Right.
Because there's not one part in none of these interviews where she ever says she was ungrateful. She multiple times says she appreciate the life that she has. She said because of that life, she's able to go through a lot of doors that she normally that she couldn't go through.
Right.
But it's up for her to stay in those doors.
Yeah.
So where y'all saying she's ungrateful at? Show me, because she's shows that she's grateful.
Yeah.
Right? The simple fact is, it's one of those things where don't just say it, show me. And what I see from her is she took her career, we're going to put that on the back because your career is popping off.
Right.
So let's do you first, and then later on, let's get to me. Right? Because somebody got to stay home with the kids.
Right.
Right? Somebody has to take care of all that other stuff while you out being you and you being Chef Curry. To me, that shows gratitude.
Right.
Right? The fact that y'all coming out and saying that she is sounding like a bitter baby mama, to me, that's distasteful. That's just, like, that's crazy. That's not how she sound to me, right? You got Killer Mike, Killer Mike coming out and talking about the situation and then saying, oh, I'm sorry, Steph, when he clapped back at you.
Yeah.
And said, I was just high. My thing is, don't say shit at all.
Right.
Right?
You got Freddie Gibbs making that Mount Rushmore picture. Like, you actually got people, like, taking their time to do AI-generated stuff. Like, it is tasteless. And it really is, I feel like a lot of it is that a lot of these celebrities, a lot of, like, these men that have spoken about it, it is coming from a personal hurt space for them. This is how a woman did me. This is how a woman treated me. And if that were the case, like, this really is something that could be, like, handled behind closed doors, where it's like, hey, Steph, like, I feel like, you know, this and this is going on. But I feel like because of the fact that she is in the spotlight, she has come out and, like, said something. Now people are, like, picking it apart. They're choosing what they want to hear. And then there's a lot of misinformation coming out from this singular podcast. Yeah. There's so much, like, misinformation coming out. Whereas also the call me daddy, that whole podcast is about women's empowerment. Yeah. So, like, a lot of the topics that are discussed, it is in a vein of, so how do you feel about this? How would you encourage others? How would you empower yourself? So she was talking about her own personal situation and, you know, how she had to kind of switch things up and, you know, go from there. Like, so this is how I pivot because of how this happened in life. Yeah, and a lot of them was like, how did you deal with this in the past? Did you think you were ready for this? So a lot of the answers are from that, but y'all do what y'all normally do. Y'all cut off the answers, and then y'all copy and paste to another answer. Then you keep cutting until where it sound like she's really saying something. But if you just play the clip a little bit more, you get the real answer. But just like America, right?
y'all love just a big mess. Right? America's just messy, and y'all love mess.
Mm-hmm.
The more messy it get, the more y'all tune into. Like, damn the woman talk about her feelings. Damn somebody go in there and just talk about how she feel and how the process started. See, that's the problem. Nobody care about the process. Y'all care about end results, and then y'all think people supposed to be robotic.
Yeah.
Where people don't hurt, people don't have feelings, like, and people can't deal with stuff.
Right,
To
but
me,
also these are real human beings
Yeah.
that are like going through like real stuff, and this was just kind of like giving you like a look behind the curtain where we're not perfect. You know, like I have had my moments of, I wouldn't even call it jealousy, of just like, damn, I wish I was, you know, there. You know, so I feel like it's a lot of that. And, you know, like, people decided to just, like, nitpick and criticize it.
Yeah, and you can ask my dad. When you try to take away something like his crack, you gonna miss that shit. When you take away an addiction, that high, that feel,
you cooking. Okay.
right? You miss it.
Yeah.
Her high was being this on set.
Yeah.
Her high was being an actress. And it was taken away from her. So yeah, she's still jonesing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, anybody that's on drugs, you can't just go cold turkey, nigga.
Right.
You just can't go cold turkey.
Right.
Like, it's steps. It's steps leading up to it.
Yeah.
With Ayesha, there wasn't steps. It was, I was casting this. I thought I had my big break. Oh, damn, Steph. Fuck. Like, America loved you.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it happened to her. Literally overnight. It came from ankle injuries to her being on different shows to all of a sudden he putting up 54 points in Madison Square Garden. It's like, oh,
right.
You know what?
Ring number one.
I guess
MVP. Like, it just.
And then she like, I guess Spike Lee, I can't come do that movie shoot right now. Like, Steph Curry just
Right.
You don't see what my husband doing.
Right, and when your team has been good for like what, the past decade, like she had mentioned, these deep playoff runs, you know, like so just imagine what that even does to like a family unit, to an individual, let alone a mother. She's like, he's there obviously, but at the same time, it's so much time that he's not there. So you mentioned like postpartum, like the constant being around like these children and having no one to really lean on, maybe like his family, her family, but you know, at the end of the day, you're home alone.
Yeah, but even if you look at the early sides of their career, like, can you imagine being married or dating somebody that's a no-nair, and now all of a sudden it's a billionaire?
Right.
Like, that's a big lifestyle change. And not just that, like you said, you want the family to be there. She even said it, right? When Steph and I were doing our thing, we were away from our family.
Yeah.
Because he's in Oakland. My family is somewhere in North Carolina. His family is in North Carolina. She had to literally send, because she used to cook for the family, videos on recipes and stuff. So when they was dealing with this family life and them, it was just them dealing with it. And you gotta think about it. They were young at the time. They were 18, 19, like they were young, still trying to figure out life.
Yeah.
How many of us at that age had life figured out?
Right.
Like, not many of us. That's usually when we make some of our biggest mistakes. That's some of women and men, that's some of our fun years. We're out clubbing. We're out trying to figure out life. We're out going through our glory years, and we out sitting up there doing all this little foolishness. It's like, at that point, she couldn't do that. Steph couldn't do that.
Yeah.
They got married right away. They realized they had a vibe, and then they said, you know what? We might as well get married. And then they figured out everything else from there.
Yeah.
And like we said, like, to me, this doesn't sound like jealousy. This doesn't sound like ungratefulness. This sounds more like she's dealing with some level of depression. And she's dealing with, still, to me, postpartum. That's how it sounds like to me. Like, to me, this is more of a cry for help. Like, I need me time. I need to figure out me. I love my husband, and she say that a lot of times. I love my kids. I love my family. And to me, it just sounds like there's a lot of stuff that she's trying to figure out and on her own. And that's why, like, for people like Corey Holcomb to come out and say she looked like Garfield, she look like Kermit the Frog. Like that's not nice at all.
And what for?
Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just the fact that you men feel like it's okay to keep putting down these women.
Right.
Right? Like, to me, that's disappointing to me.
Yeah.
The fact
but
that you
also
men...
to put down, like, come to the man then.
Yeah.
Because, like, you talking about, like, you don't want another Will Smith situation.
Yeah. Yeah, but even to me, a lot of these guys that's talking about it,
Mm-hmm.
okay, if what you say has some validation, if your lifestyle I can mimic or I can take advice from,
Mm-hmm.
okay, come holler at me then. Maybe you know something I don't.
Mm-hmm.
But all these men that's chiming in from it are ones that's seeking attention from hoes. That's divorced. That, like Corey Holcomb, if you hear his comedy, if you hear him talking about anything, he always say, I don't want to be married.
Yeah.
I don't want this. Like, I'm just after hoes. I'm just this and that. Like, his comedy, he always putting down women.
But also I'll just say this real quick. From a competitive standpoint, do you really want Steph Curry, who's worth like $500 million, to become single? Do you really want that?
Yeah.
Do you really want to put him out there in the field?
Yeah. But even, yeah, because think about it. No matter who you get with,
Mm-hmm.
America loves Steph.
Yeah.
America is always going to be Team Steph. So no matter who you get with, like, you damn near probably can't even... You talking about you chasing Hollywood dreams all over again.
Mm-hmm.
Them dreams going to be nightmares because you definitely ain't going to be on another show. Like, all your subscriptions to whatever it is, all that shit's going to get canceled.
Yeah.
Do you want to be known as the person that left Steph?
Right.
Or cheated on... Like, there's so much pressure
Right.
in that.
And not saying that that's a reason to stay, but it's just one of those things. Like, I feel like everybody knows, like, no one speaks ill of Steph. Like, so obviously I don't feel like his wife would either.
Yeah, but that's why I said, like, I don't think this is a jealousy thing. I don't think this is an ungrateful thing. I don't think this is a cry for help as far as, like, how people making it seem. I think it's more like she's dealing with some stuff.
Yeah.
Personally.
Right.
That she's trying to figure out and she don't know how to figure out. Like I said, you dealing with postpartum. Normally, it's separation from the kids until you get all that figured out.
Yeah.
She can't have that separation.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband's sitting up there, he playing basketball.
Yeah, and I think it's other things, like, stacked on top of it, too. You know, like, she's nearing middle age, or basically, like, so, well, like, kind of, well, not twilight years, but, you know, the sun is setting. So she's looking at, you know, like, damn, like, my best years behind me?
Mm-hmm.
Is it too late for me to, like, really try to, like, you know, make a go of it for my career? Like, even while, like, Steph's career is winding down or is about to end, that places her at the same age as Steph.
Yeah.
Where he's done it all, like, seen and done it all, and now, is she going to play catch up? She's probably thinking about that. Like, so then what? Where does that leave me after all of this?
Yeah, but I can imagine her going to some of them casting calls.
Uh-huh.
Ayesha Curry. All right, read these couple of lines for me. She read those couple of lines, and then she look down and be like, oh, it's a kissing scene. Or it's a sex scene. You know I can't do that, right? You know who my husband is, right?
I mean, but Lala, she was doing that when she was with Mello.
Mello ain't called Steph.
Fair.
Mello ain't Steph.
Fair.
Mello definitely ain't Steph. So, but, you know what I'm saying? But just that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine her going to some of these casting calls and she like, damn, I can't do that role.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that role. Damn, I can't. So it's like, she in a position where she damned if she do, she damned if she don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If she do certain stuff, people go talk about her.
Right.
If she don't want to do it, but she talk about how she passed this opportunity up,
Mm-hmm.
people still gonna talk about her, right? Because then that's gonna come off as she's ungrateful or she's bitter, right? So no matter what she does, she's screwed.
Yeah.
So I'm like her. I'm gonna come out and say my truth. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do,
Mm-hmm.
and while I'm living rent free in y'all minds, I'm gonna be rage baiting y'all and I'm gonna be trolling y'all,
Right.
until y'all can keep my name out y'all mouth.
Right. Because guess what? Like, the fact that y'all are, like, talking about her, it's just going to, like, run up the comments and stuff. So, like, she's making money off of, like, you know, the hate or the love. So,
Yeah. So, yeah. So, my thing is that if y'all can't help Ayesha out in a positive way, you don't have positive comments to say, just keep this shit to yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, like these are conversations that y'all could be having behind closed doors. Y'all don't have to have these nasty comments
right
in public. You know, especially about another man's wife. If he not worried about it,
why are y'all?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure they handling what they gotta handle behind closed doors. So let them figure it out. Let them, and if he even came out supporting her, he right after this, after all the nasty comments, he said, you know what? Thank you for coming out and speak your truth.
Yeah.
He encouraged her to come out and do what she did. Right? He even backed her up. He even told her he supported her. So if he can support his own wife,
right,
then why are y'all still saying all this craziness to her?
Exactly.
How is it disrespectful? How can you disrespect another man's wife? To me,
yeah,
like that is crazy. Now, if he really was Steph with the shot, y'all,
right,
y'all really be.
Hey, he in the Bay, so it might be some people he might have some shooters. We don't know that. He may.
I'm just saying.
He may. So be careful going through the Bay.
And he know Drake. Mike got the mob ties. I'm just naming songs now. 5 p.m. 5 a.m. in Toronto. Yeah, but my thing is, you know what? Just leave them alone. Right. That's it. Let them figure this out.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's not an issue. It's an issue to everybody else. Everybody else bothered by it, except for the people that should be bothered by it.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not bothered by it. I watched the episode plenty of times. There's nothing wrong with what was going on.
I'm not bothered by it, but at the same time, I feel like, at least for us, like being podcasters, somebody had to take the other side of like the topic. So
yeah. And I don't mind, you know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all can call us up. We can go on y'all show, y'all come through.
Right.
Hey, like we always say, we ain't dunking no smoke.
Nope.
You don't smoke. So in the meantime, to help y'all relax, just go get some bean pie. Right? And if you still got something to say after that, then it wasn't no good bean pie. You need to find a different hoe. Because them whole bean pies is different now. Right? I'm just saying. It ain't no original bean pie no more. That's what I'm saying. It's all fake.
Right. You ain't got no men talking about bean pie like they used to. They don't reminisce about it no more.
Because it's fake. It's fake parts, fake ingredients. Right? We like that organic bean pie. Right? With the original recipe. That's what we saying.
Right.
Until then, y'all can always kiss our podcast. Thank you.
I got scars unhealed that money can't fix it. My brother turned to snake just for that quickly. Gay love, they gay hate cause they mind will sick. I was 30 in the clock cause the pot got thick. Damn, change ain't change, only change switch clips. Gotta ride with that drum, keep that clip by my hip. See the pain in my verse every time you hear me spit. They told me keep my circle tight, but that bitch